Whilst in SO3 once again, we've got Jane Weaver and the band. Hello.
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 So, Jane, how busy have you been since we last spoke, which would have been July, the end of July last year?
Yeah, we've been quite busy doing lots of shows. Well, we had tours rearranged and stuff like that. We had festivals booked, so yeah, quite busy.
Okay, and have you managed to write... Because, I mean, the album actually came out 18 months ago. Is that right? That seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time, but yeah, we're just still digging in, really.
Right, okay. And so have you been writing new material with a view to the next album?
Yeah, that's what the other thing I'm working on at the minute is, the thing I've got to turn around and, get back in the studio, really, which I'm I've had enough of a break, so I'm looking forward to it.
I was going to say it's a hamster wheel, but it must be a welcome one after all of the kind of finger twiddling for a while.
Yeah, it's it's just good to be in that creative space, in the recording studio. So yeah.
And as if that wasn't enough, you've also started up an experimental band with Raz.
Yeah, me, Raz and Pete. It's called Fenella, and we've got an album out in November. And it's called The Metallic Index, so I'm doing that as well.
So Fenella, is pardon me, but is that named after Fenella Fielding, the actress?
It is, yes. And it's because we would do... Our first thing that we did was at Festival number 6. And obviously Festival number 6 is phenomenal, or was, with the... synonymous with The Prisoner, rather.
Yeah.
And she was the announcer. Her voice was the announcer in
Really?
The Prisoner. Yeah.
You see, that it just shows us the different kind of characters we are, because I know her from Carry On Screaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we did a special from Port Merion, back in the dark ages, all about the prisoner, and interviewed various people involved with it and stuff. So I did a lot of research. In fact, do you know what happened? I actually concussed my head. I banged my head really badly and saw stars and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually, after about 4 days, I went to the doctors, and the doctor said, whatever you do, don't watch any TV, just keep you... All that weekend, I'd watched the whole Prisoner series.
Oh, my God.
Glued to it to do my research, but I never found out that Fenella Fielding did the voiceover on it.
There you go.
It's a learning curve. So where musically will Fenella fit into musical history, do you think?
Well, it's just our, synth project, really. So it's just something me, Raz and Pete put together, and we've been doing it for a few years now. So hopefully we'll get to do some shows and see where it goes.
Right,
no pressure,
okay.
Just kind of see where it takes us. It's quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing about, I hate to say the phrase side projects, but if that's what it is, then quite often they supersede the main artist themselves. So you just got to, it can be Frankenstein's monster can take over.
I don't mind.
Right, okay.
I'm easy
Fair
breezy.
Fair enough. Okay, so you are off to America in just over a week.
Yes, we're supporting the Chills for 5 shows, and then we're doing our own headline show in New York, so we're doing the West Coast first. So we're really excited, but it's been a lot of prep for us all. We're a bit exhausted even doing the prep, so we can't wait to get out there and see the scenery, really, and places. So.
Well, Michael Day's waiting for you in Portland, Oregon, so...
Oh, great.
I'm sure he'll come and say hello as well, because he's a lovely guy. Right, so you're going to do another song for us now and then one a little bit later on. What are you going to do next then, Jane?
So this is called Oblique Fantasy, and it's a song I recorded in lockdown with Dan Carey at Abbey Road.
Fabulous. Okay, get to it. Thank you. Jane Weaver, live in session. Jane Weaver live in session, Oblique Fantasy, and we shall have one more tune in around about quarter of an hour, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounding really great, as always. Okay, then. So who's on